But we got Absyrd on the line right now, battle rapper veteran. He's the president of Assault and Battle League. They got a big event in California going down January 31st, February 1st. Absyrd, what's going on, man?
How's everybody doing?
We're
good, man. How was your holiday?
It was good, man. I'm trying to beat this damn flu, but I'm hanging in there, man. Same old regular bullshit. I wish I could not be sick, but I'm not mad at it, man. I had a good holiday. Everything's good with the fam. I'm staying solid.
Good to hear, man.
Flu is just another word for hangover. Don't lie to us.
Fuck.
We appreciate you coming on, battling the sickness to join us here tonight. And I guess we want to start off with the California event going down in January 31st and February 1st. I think I've only seen like 3 battles announced for that. Do you have a full card for us? I think the main event is KJ Poet against Billy Swain.
I'm sorry, my bad. I'm always gung ho. I'll jump to the gun already and be like, yeah, bro, what's up? We announced yesterday. We actually dropped the full trailer. It's on assaultandbattling.com or my YouTube, youtube.com/Absyrd, and you can actually see the full card. It has we got 2 days. It's like I believe it's like 24 battles between both days. We got an 8-man beat battle on day 1. And we have some sets in between the battles in those days. But both spots are all ages. It's live in Fresno. A lot of people are out here in Cali, so and they don't really touch this region out here. So it's a good look to be able to get an all ages venue in this area and just keep the 100 and shit. It's dope though, man. Yeah, we announced a full card yesterday, and there's still a few people that are trying to get on, big names, but we haven't kind of solidified a good name for them yet. And if I figured that if I wait any longer, it's going to probably end up being like I'm not going to get enough promotion off on it. You know what I mean? So.
I got you. Yeah, that's good. I went to the battling website today, and I was looking for the flyer, but yeah, I see that there is a full trailer up there. But yeah, I was just looking for the flyer and didn't see anything. That's why.
Yeah,
I was looking,
I got to get up on my rapmusic.com or the RMBVA posting a little more. I tend to get like a bad taste every time I go on there and like get hate or whatever, and I got to remember that it's always about the promotion in the long run, so that I got to take advantage of it sometimes, and a lot of times I won't even think to go to the RMBVA and make a post like, hey, this is the event, it's up right now if you guys want to come through. It's just part of it, I guess. I always stuck away from the website, but little by little I see people go on there and they post the stuff, so I appreciate whoever does. And for some reason, whenever somebody else posts this is crazy. When they post something of mine, I never catch hate, but then when I post it, I catch hate. I have no idea. It's probably the craziest thing I've ever encountered in my life, but I mean, I guess that's just the life of a troll.
I actually, now that I think about it, I noticed that, like, if you posted your own announcement, you probably get a lot of hate. But then when like somebody else posts the trailer for like the QP battles that happened at the last event, everybody's like, "Fuck yeah!" QP battles. Like, everybody's excited. Nobody's talking shit.
I swear, bro, it mind boggles me. But I get that there's a lot of background surrounding me that people didn't really get at the end of the whole situation of grind time with me. And, it's like 2.5 years ago. I mean, it's a long time ago. To me, it's really old news. But I never actually touched bases on it. Because just so much stuff was going on in my life personally. I didn't try to, reach out and defend myself to people I really didn't know. I'm not like I said, I'm not really one to really jump on there a lot and fucking post shit and be like, hey, bro, come on, man, understand this, and this. Because nobody really gives a fuck about Absyrd, in the sense that I'm not like, Shoddy Horror or Disaster, Pat Stay, or any of these other guys. So when they see me post, they're like, yo, who gives a fuck? And that's, I can't be mad at that, dog. I mean, I'm not, don't hate there, I can't expect everybody to be I'm not everybody's cup of tea in reality, but when I throw dope events, I get love. I can't be mad at that either, you know. So it's all part of the game, I guess.
Yeah, I hear that. But I think that last event you did with the QP battles and then getting Remedy on there, that was smart. You know, it's a smart way to come back because those guys are really popular right now, and a lot of people want to see QP, and he just doesn't have, like, you know, not every league is, like, giving him battles. So that was dope. I like the way you did that.
Absolutely, yeah. Q's a good guy, man. That's a homie of mine, and he's that guy's always like, yo, bro, I'm ready to come do a battle. I'll come battle at a park. I'm like, all right, bro, just go, I'll tell you what, I'll set a battle up for you, and we set up me and him, and the Cali Smooth battle kind of just fell into place. So he was like, yo, I got this Cali Smooth battle. Do you want me just to go ahead and book it? You don't have to pay me for it or anything. Just I'll battle for free. I'm like, square. That sounds great, dog. Are you kidding? So, I mean, overall, Q's always a team player on that shit. So it was like a kind of a breath of fresh air to start the event off right. Although Remedy's guy didn't show up, the Dark Flame match was like a fucking, we planned that in like 10 seconds. Like, we turned around, I looked at Remedy, I said, hey, still want to do that improv versus Flame? He said, okay, cool. And we just started shooting it. So it was like kind of a last-minute thing with that. He had a battle planned out with Yak the Ripper, and I know he had a grip of bars for him. So they're going to be actually battling finally at this event, Central Cali Clash in February 1st. He's going to battle day 2 on against him.
Oh, nice. So he was originally scheduled to battle Jack the Ripper or Snack the Ripper?
No, Yak the Ripper.
Oh, Yak the Ripper. All right. I heard of this other dude named Snack the Ripper.
Like some sort of something the Ripper name right now. I've noticed that on Facebook as of recent. Like fucking everybody. I've seen somebody has Prime the Ripper. I see. I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy, guys.
Yeah, it's like the new Dawn. Like I've definitely noticed a lot of Rippers. Recently there was the whole like Lush One had mentioned some. He didn't say names, but I assumed he was talking about Reverse versus Remy, about like some sort of overlap between people getting booked like after Battle of the Bay 4 and shit. Did you guys ever smooth that out?
Yeah, that's all squared away. Remedy and Reverse are still battling. I didn't know if Lush actually spoke with Remedy and Reverse, but I did speak to them prior to all that happening, just to kind of confirm, look, you guys are getting paid X amount of money, and you guys gave me your word pretty much as a man that you're going to be here. I want you to keep that word, you know, because I have money set out and planned to give to you and make deposits and contracts are all ready to go. I don't want to just start, like I said, I've done business with Remedy. Reverse is like a real level-headed dude, and I kind of feel like he never gets those dope-ass matches where, you know, he battled Diz and had a great match like 10 years ago, it seems like, you know what I mean? So for him to have and it sucks because for him he's battled a lot of like up-and-comer dudes and shit that I think that he just totally trashed. Like in the sense, and then he kind of gets uninspired to do it, but he'll battle anybody anywhere. So for him to get offered Remedy, I felt like he was mad excited. He told me on the phone, like, look, bro, this is like a big battle for me. I'm taking it super seriously. I'm very appreciative that you're willing to pay Remedy to come and battle me too. Like, this is something I'm thank you, Ad. Thank you. You know, he was like nothing but cool about it. So it was like really on point when I talked to Cody on the phone and told him, hey, bro, we're all good, right? And he said, yeah, everything's straight. I'm going to be there. You know, he's not. I think the main concern is that they have blackout going on. Now, we had Remedy in Reverse. We were trying to do that at the first event. But then Reverse couldn't make it, so I did I was trying to do the Yak the Ripper match, which was the plan after. Well, when we decided we weren't going to be able to do it, I told him, look, I'm going to do another event in January. I want you guys to be one of the headliners on it. And they said, okay. So this has been planned for since like November, you know what I mean? So, excuse me. So they were pretty much set and ready to go. And so when I talked to, I talked to Lush on the phone. We hadn't spoken a long time, really, like, aside from, like, Facebook comments and shit like that. So it wasn't really like man-to-man talk until as of recent. I talked to Aspect prior to that, too, just to kind of get what is the whole issue between us and me, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't understand why they're mad, and I get that they're just concerned that Remedy's doing 2 battles that night, you know, so, and he's going the weekend before or the weekend after or something like that and doing Blackout, and that's going on, and I think it's gonna take away from the performance. They think that, and these guys are a breed of artists that do this. Remedy's like the type of guy that does this kind of low-key as a living, you know? Like, he battles all kinds of people, and he gets paid to battle, and when they get paid, I've been paid to battle before, not all the time, but I have, and when I have, I tend to take it a little more fucking seriously, you know? It's just something I'm more straight ahead. I'm like, all right, I'm getting paid. I don't care if it's 5 battles in a day. All of those battles will be perfect because I'm getting paid and being taken care of for it. And so I think that they were a little more concerned over stuff than they probably should have been, but I understand it at the same time. So when I talked to Lush, she told me, look, bro, I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to try to, like, I'm not doing this jeopardizing thing. Although he did kind of get Rum Nitty to back out of the QP match, you know what I mean? And that's okay. I guess Rum is like their guy that they built up. I'm really cool with Keith from Arizona, which is like the dude that originally built Rum Nitty, who brought Rum Nitty on, KG the Poet, Conscious Pilot. All the Arizona grind time battles were put on through the guy that works with me, Keith, who you started working with us as of recent. I don't know. I get their concern. It's a little more of a basis that I'm like, hey man, we got to try to work together here. And if you don't have a problem with me, I don't have a problem with you. I'm not throwing Battle of the Bay quality events, but I'm throwing good size events that I just want to be left the hell alone. And when I do my events, guys can come out, or we can arrange something. Because I don't mind cross-promoting with all companies. I'm not strategically stuck with any company at all. Because I know you guys probably seen that I'm working with Grind Time as a promotional tactic thing, and I know that a few other bigger battle companies are signing on with them right now too, doing the same thing. So I'm not stuck in that same range. So I want to work with Lush and them, and so after I think we spoke, I think it ironed everything out, and I don't think I should have a problem with any future events anyway. You know what I mean? So I think that everything was pretty much clarified after we had a real like one-on-one talk, just to kind of, I don't know, maybe he had to get a feeling for where my mindset was, because I was a different person 2.5 years ago. You feel me? I wasn't like I just wasn't a very right-minded person. I did a lot of drugs back then, so over that 2.5-year span, I've really solidified myself as a person and stabilized everything in my life. So it's I don't know. Like I said, like after we talked, everything was pretty much solidified.
Good, man. That's good. I mean, imagine it'd be to both y'all's benefit to just communicate with each other as far as especially when you guys are going to be like taken from the same pool of rappers, So that makes sense.
Agreed.
But no, it's good, man. I mean, like it's dope that Sultan Battling is back and is definitely putting out some battles, that people wanted to see. It's dope. And I'm glad everything got cleared up with Lush. I mean, I remember when he was talking about it, but I mean, like even he seemed heated, but I mean, at the end of everything, he still was like, yeah, I'm sure it's my boy. Like he wasn't like.
Lush is a cool ass guy, bro. Like. When I took over the reins, when Caddy kind of went MIA for a good few days in this little battle tour thing we were doing, and the Oakland riots and all that stuff, me and Lush got a chance to really sit down and over that period of traveling together and stuff and meeting up at the different venues and all that, we just got to a closer range of friendship where we kind of understood each other, and like just the time of working with the guy, I knew that he had a big heart and he was a good dude over shit. So he kind of felt, I know he felt the same way on my side, because he's like, look, bro, You're my boy. I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to, I just because I don't like people you work with doesn't mean I don't like you. And that's exactly what I want it to be. It's like, look, if you don't like Christian 818, okay, then that's fine. You don't have to like Christian 818. But the fact of the matter is he's shooting. Not everybody has avocado, okay, first and foremost. So we gotta try to set a bar of something where we can at least get decent video production, which I felt like was our number one problem back in the day. If you watch all the old LA riots, the footage is fucking terrible. And it's like, I put on Diz and Caustic, Philly Swain, The Sword. I mean, I got literally like 2 million views just from my event on the Grind Time page. So if you go and look at those, the footage is just so bad that it's like, look, we need to solidify a decent camera guy. If the video motion graphics aren't the craziest, they'll be okay. And he's not that expensive, so it's not like he's out there hosting battles with me or booking battles. He's shooting footage. He's doing video shit. So it's like who I do my business with and who they do their business with is kind of between my personal life and their personal life, So that's why I just wanted to make sure they clarified, between each, like we kind of talked to each other and made sure that we were on point with that. Hey, you're working with this guy, I don't like him, because if I don't like Organic, who gives a fuck, Absyrd? That's my boy, bro, and he runs the company, and Organic's a cool-ass guy. I've known him for easily 10 years. You know what I mean? I knew him from the back in the day when there was, like, rapping on Yahoo. I don't know if anybody knows any of this, but there was, like, huge-ass online ciphers with dudes like Organic, Immaculate. I mean, numerous big names that were battling, like, on Yahoo chats. This is crazy, bro. So, I know it's crazy. It's a crazy thing to say. I know a lot of people have been talking to me about it recently, so I just kind of brought up a thought about it. But yeah, man, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think that everything will definitely be solid at the end of the day when it comes to who I'm working with and who they're working with. If we just stay communicating back and forth.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely good that you did clear things up with Lush, as I reread that thread today, and you're right, he didn't seem like he was that heated, but you tell it kind of bothered him a little bit. But I feel like, and I don't know Lush, but I do feel like that he can get past anything if you just talk it out. He seems like a very personable guy. Like, he's giving out his number on the thread and stuff. Like, yeah, just hit me up if we're having problems. We'll talk this shit out and be done with it. And that'll be that. So, again, it is good that you guys cleared it all up because, as he said, you guys are kind of going to the same talent pool here. And I understand where King of the Dot was coming from. They don't want guys to kind of half-ass anything, and you don't want your guys to half-ass anything. But you would hope that battlers would be professional enough to half-ass either of them if they're going to get paid as much as they get paid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm sure, I don't know what they're paying Remedy, but I'm sure they're flying him to Toronto, which is probably not cheap alone. So I get the concern, man. I mean, it's all part of the business, and I had no idea that he was confirmed for Blackout, though. Nor Rum Nitty. They're booking, like I said, they're booking world-class events compared to my events are good, bro. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to downplay myself, but we're talking King of the Dot versus Salt and Battling, and we know King of the Dot is going to be way above. They got 200,000 subscribers, so it's, I don't take that for granted at all. I know that they're the big dog, and but we had a lot of stuff going before we stopped, and if I would have stayed going, I felt like we probably could have built more of a following along with it. Like, I could have stuck around and continued doing stuff. I could have probably talked with Lush and built stuff after they made the switch or whatever, or before. And, there was just a lot of random shit going on at the end of everything, including with my family and personal life, that it was like, you know what, I don't even fucking care. You guys can just do what you want to do. I'm going to try to get myself together and move on for right now, So it's just, it's all good at the end of the day, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Blackout concept might have actually hurt them in this case because you're right. You didn't know that they had these guys lined up, and so you just went ahead and booked them where, I mean, this is speculation, but you knew that these guys were battling on this weekend, then maybe, like, you rethink it and you say, yeah, maybe we don't want to get these guys. They got enough on their plate already. But because you had no clue, because they kept everybody in the dark about Blackout, you just went for it, and once they said yes, you kind of just thought everything was okay.
Absolutely. They got an amazing card too. They got. I mean, obviously the battles really haven't been announced, but the battlers. There's dudes on there. You're like, holy fuck, this card is gonna be crazy. So I think I even got trolled on Twitter though. Somebody sent me like a homemade blackout video that had John Cena on it, and they were
I was excited for this.
Yo, shit out of me, bro. I looked on my Twitter. I go, what the fuck? So I posted my boy. I was like, is this real? And then I finally go to the YouTube, and I realize it's not on their YouTube. And I'm like, oh, nah, it's not real. He's been trolling me for 2 days. Fucking ass.
I was excited. I'm a pro wrestling fan, and I like John Cena. If he shows up at Blackout 4, Averb, Disaster, Arcane, they're all going down.
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it, bro. That's the shit.
Hey, hear me.
Yeah.
Somebody on the thread saying they're trying to call in but getting the busy signal. Is that possible?
I don't think you can get a busy signal. You just get put on hold is all.
Yeah, I don't know. So I told him I'd tell you because he's trying to call in and talk to Absyrd, but he says he's getting busy signal. I told him to call again.
Okay, yeah. Tell him if he wants to post his area code on the and I'll put him through. But I didn't want to put anybody through and interrupt the flow of what we had.
I'm looking at the thread right now. I heard somebody just organic to Mike Tyson. Yo, that shit is true, dog. Yo, he used to battle this one fool. He used to go back and forth with this one fool, Liquid Flows, like at least like once a day, bro. And the Yahoo room would be like fucking 200 people deep. It would be crazy, bro. So it was. That's some real shit though. That's dope as hell.
That's crazy. I'd never heard about that shit.
Yeah, that's tight, man.
I saw back when AOL was a thing and they had those chat rooms. They had like battle rap chat rooms and stuff, and I'd go in there and watch those people do that. I never saw the Yahoo stuff though. I wonder. Bro. And I wonder if big names were actually in the AOL rooms as well, just battling people for fun.
Never know. I mean, I was like 15 or 16 when I first started going in there. I was horrible at rapping then. I was just starting, so it was pretty bad. But all those guys all been nice for years, so you already know.
All right, so are you? I mean, I know you just took the QP battle, but are you kind of done focusing on the battling aspect and just more focusing on running the events and putting the shows together now?
Yeah, no. The thing of it is I keep getting like cornered into doing another battle. I want to battle, all right, and I just want to do battles that are interesting to me. You know what I mean? And recently I talked with Ills, and they're going to be getting me out there to Orlando in February. I'm going to battle Isaac Knox, which I felt like is a pretty cool match. We were supposed to battle on a King of the Dot card at one point, and I ended up not making it or whatever. I called like fucking a month before or whatever. But anyway, aside from that, I'm a battle Knox in February, and I think that'll be a real solid match. I was supposed to battle in at the Assault and Battling event against Dre Day from Utah, but he's not able to make it now. So right now, the only thing on my plate is pretty much Isaac Knox. I have probably one round for the guy, but I'm really looking forward to that. I never battled in Orlando. I'm really good friends with like Knowledge Medina and shit. He's in Miami, but like all the homies are out there anyway. So I'm really looking forward to making my first trip out there and just networking and getting a chance to build with everybody. And hopefully at some point I'd like to at least just go and witness a Toronto event. Just to see it, you know what I mean? I don't expect Organic or any of them to be like, hey, come battle for us. I already know they're going to toss me to the side and be like, do ground zero, you douchebag. But even though I'll know okay, so Sketch did beat me definitely, but all right, the Bay crowd hates me to death. Okay, so in all due honesty, the Bay Area crowd out here, I don't know, they just fucking hate me to death. But
if you take a ground,
huh?
Go ahead. I was gonna say, if you take a ground zero battle, could you battle our boy Ellipsis, because he needs some good competition for once?
Oh yeah, the lip system. He's dope.
Yo, I mean, I wouldn't mind. It's not that I don't mind doing a Ground Zero battle. I'm not like no diva. I'm not like I said. I'm not Disaster or Pat Stay. I don't expect to just get a main channel battle at the same time. But you got to look at dudes like Reverse Live. I mean, look at let's use like Megadeth for instance. This dude has battled a lot of tryout battles and still has yet to get a main channel battle. You know what I mean? And not that he's not dope enough to get a main channel battle, but I feel like they're kind of dragging it on. Like, all right, let's do 42 tryouts, and then we'll give you a main channel battle. By then, I feel like you kind of wore yourself thin, and your stock is kind of going down from that point, you know. And it's the same thing. Like QP's doing a lot of these random tryout battles with people that are newcomers and shit, and I guess you would put me in that range because he's battled so many dope cats and has so many dope views, but he keeps battling a lot of people that don't make a lot of sense to everybody. They're like, well, why are you battling this guy from Cheddar House? You know what I mean? Why are you reading lyrics off your phone, Q? Like, what's going on, bro? You know, so it's just I'm down to do a Ground Zero, but I just don't. If I have a couple good matches on there, I'd like to be offered a dope main channel battle or be, you know, and I'm sure that if I went on there and put my all at it, I could definitely do dope because I have had dope battles. A lot of people know the Caddy battle. Some of the other battles I've traveled and been paid to travel and done, I've had really great matches with, and people are really happy about those. The QP match, some people liked it, other people didn't. I felt like it was a pretty solid match. Although the crowd was a little awkward. But it was a first event. It's in my city. It's small. I didn't expect a whole lot of people to show up. I was more or less just trying to restart it up online. It was more for, I guess, the RMBVA and all the battle rap community to see and be like, oh, shit, Absyrd's back. Because initially when we posted, like, the return video, and Christian with the fucking bringing my head up slow shit, it's fucking ridiculous. That shit cracks me up every time now. But initially when we dropped that, people talked. That was all anybody could talk about. I mean, I was literally like the top of the charts for everyone to be like, oh shit, Absyrd is back. Look at that fucking douche. Like, we hate that guy. Why is this guy back? You know. But it's a win-win for me personally because I feel like we can really just, you know. I don't know. I know that we can really build a good basis, you know, and take it to the next level each time. So, I mean, I want to do a Ground Zero battle, but, you know, who knows? They'll probably never call me, but if they do, we'll see what happens.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, that's humble, man. Like, and I hear what you're saying about, like, you know, Reverse Live and Megadeth. Like, I'm a big Reverse Live fan, and I just, like, the thing with Reverse Live is, like, he's done so many, like, battles, and, like, I don't know, to me, he always, like, I mean, I think he's had maybe a couple chokes, but for the most part, he always kills it. Like, I still don't know, like, Reverse, like, that's why I was excited to see him versus Remedy, like you said, man. Like, he deserves that shit. Like, Reverse always kills it.
Fuck, hey, bro, and, you know, I don't know, I know it's not nothing personal they have against him, because, you know, when you have dudes, the scene out here, like, the scene out here is really weird, bro. It's like, you know, everybody wants the street battle scene to be so popping out here, and that's why they bring dudes like Rum Nitty on. And even though these dudes had standout performances this year, so I'm not taking nothing away from those guys, but, you know, like, Reverse is I would consider like a vet out here, and he should have kind of a first pick and like, yo, I want to do a dope match. And he hasn't performed well. He didn't perform well at Battle of the Bay. I've seen the match. It was okay, but he still had some slip-ups. He battled some random dude from fucking New Mexico, which makes no sense at all. But at the same time, if he didn't do good, I can see why they're not offering him, hey, bro, battle Remedy on our card, because they can book Remedy versus somebody fucking bigger that will generate more views. But Reverse deserves that. To me, personally, he deserves a dope match. So that's why I kind of jumped at it. And I think that will kind of break barriers for my company doing battles like that they don't want to do, because people still will want to see him. And I'll still generate the amount of views that I want on my channel for him. and then it'll be a win-win for the battle rap community and the West Coast overall. Which is my overall look at it, is that if the West Coast is doing dope battles, then we're gonna win. You know, like if we have dope events. I mean, right now the West Coast is like one of the only areas that has like continuous crazy battles all year long, you know. And Toronto, aside from Toronto, Canada has dope shit, but I'm talking in the United States in general. If you really look at New York and Florida is really untapped, the whole South, the North area, the Northwest is untapped. I mean, like, there's areas in the United States, the Midwest, these are all untapped areas that nobody's doing events at. And I think that's basically what our next plan is as a company, is to start expanding to other areas. I don't know if you guys know this, but we actually have an event in March in the South, in Louisiana. We're doing a big event, and Daylight's battling out there. I'm not going to tell y'all who he's battling. This is the first time I announced that. But Daylight's going to be battling somebody out there, and a few other people. QP's going to be out there, and quite a few other cats. So it's going to be a good look, because we're really trying to bring all the dope South spitters back, 24/7, fucking Medina, Mosh Gelton, like just dudes that Storm. These dudes that I think are, when you first watched Grind Time originally, and when you seen like Mosh Gelton and Storm battle each other, I remember seeing that and being like, fuck, what is this? This is crazy. Like, yeah. I grew up watching Scribble Jam, so I didn't even know what the hell this shit was. So seeing it and going like, oh shit, bro, this is crazy. I'm telling my boys, we gotta try this out. So that I did one back then, like here locally, and I got addicted to it from that point. It was like, all right, I got to do this all the time now, So it's just I think my main idea for it right now is to kind of just break barriers that nobody else is doing, while still throwing a couple dope West Coast events throughout the year, and trying to plan out and make everything more solid for the company. I want to make this company more of a name. I know that VoiceBox and iBattle, I know VoiceBox recently is like closing down or something like that, but like those companies, they built their names off of just booking and paying for people, and then everyone's like, all right, yeah, these guys have dope events. They're doing them all over the place. So it's just, I'm trying to do it and not get way over my head in it too. So right now our 2 events are planned, and we're just going to kind of stick at that. And then once we pass up in January, February, and we start basically promoting for the South event, we'll start promoting for the next following event, which I don't want to start saying too much on that yet, because it's there's 2 places that we're kind of deciding between. One is international, and then the other one is here in the U.S. So it just depends on what pans out with the contracts and what everybody wants to do money-wise. So we'll see what happens.
That's crazy. The whole like going to Louisiana. I mean, has there ever? I can't even think of like any battles I've ever seen based out there. Like that's.
Yeah, they have the New Orleans Battle League out there. T. Riley, BC, like a grip of dudes are from New Orleans. ATM, Star Eater. That's who I forgot. Star Eater. I mean, a lot of dudes are out there. So that's what's really cool about it. I met my boy Swelly out there and shit. Shout out to Swelly. He's going to be our events manager for out there and in the South. And we have, we plan to kind of jump that division off and just start doing events on a full-time basis with that. And I'm going to be out there for the first one. I don't know if I'll be out there for the second one. I know the second one's probably going to be in Texas, but we're little by little we'll get into that, and really try to, like I said, break barriers, man, and make it a whole new world for this battle rap shit. Splash. I'm around,
That's dope, man. Sounds like there's good shit in the works, man. I mean, especially with like Florida and the Northwest. I mean, I grew up in Orlando and now I live in Portland, and there's definitely like total like. The last battle thing I can think of was a 2-on-2 that I went to, and that was like over a year ago. Like shit, just there's no events out here, And remember the last event actually I went to was in Seattle, and it was a KOTD event, which actually was really dope. But that's what I'm saying about how you're doing Louisiana. I think there's like big cities out there that are very like untapped, and people just need to find the dudes,
Absolutely, bro. I'm looking at the comments right now. Shout outs to RMBVA. They're all whether hater love relationship. I salute y'all for real.
yeah, definitely shout out to RMBVA. That's
we got a caller on the line. I believe it's Mayu, and I'm not sure if he's just holding to listen or if he wants to call in and talk to Absyrd, but I'm gonna go and put him on. Area code 206. Again, I think it's Mayu. What's up, man?
What's poppin'? I'm just listening. It's me.
Oh, okay. Well, any questions or anything?
No, I'm actually caught up texting and shit and just, kind of got it on the background. I've been in and out of it.
Oh, I got you. Well, we appreciate you always calling in and listening. I'll go ahead and put you back on hold so you can continue texting whenever you're texting, right? Putting those bars down in your phone, I'm sure. So, if you talk Louisiana, I don't know. Do you have a date for that? You said sometime in March. Do you have a solidified date there?
Yeah. Let me look at my calendar real quick. It is going to be March 22nd. That's what we're looking at right now, which is the 4. I guess there's 5 Saturdays. Yeah, so the 4th Saturday in March, and it'll just be a one-day event. I don't know. I know that we're probably going to keep it to like somewhere between 6 to 10 battles. We're going to keep it real small and sweet and short because, like I said, the first one we did out here, it was small. I wanted to keep it that way so that we didn't kind of put a lot of effort and work into it. I just want to kind of open it up and have a few really good, solid battles. I know there's a lot of people that are already emailing and contacting me to be a part of it, and so I've already kind of emailed my boy and got him working on some of the opener battles. But like I said, we're really not trying to go gung-ho on it and be all crazy out there with like a 25 battles in one night type of thing out in the South and shit. I want to make my next couple moves properly. You know what I mean? I don't want to half-ass anything, like I said. So if we play it smart, that people will look at us and be like, hey, Ab's doing a pretty good job. He's got a couple dope events he just did. He's got a lot of good footage that's coming out. What's he going to do next, And then battlers will be more interested in contacting me and being, hey, Ab, I really want to do a battle. You think you can get me to battle this guy? Because sometimes King of the Dot, not just King of the Dot, but Grind Time, URL, these guys are not going to book, like, say, PG or tryout dudes versus a big name. They're not going to do that 9 times out of 10 because it doesn't make sense for their business. But if you bring somebody that, say, again, somebody like Megadeth who has earned and he did a lot of work when we were doing the LA riots and all that stuff with us too. So for him to say I told him, hey bro, you want to come through battle? I want you to battle Daylight today, or this month or whatever. They probably wouldn't offer him that match right now, maybe in another 2 or 3 matches, but at the same time, if I'm like, hey bro, I think you deserve that match, come through, battle, do this match, and he has an outstanding performance, then I'm the one that wins from that because it's like, look, they put work in, I put work in, I'm going to pay the guy and take the chance because if he does fuck up, then I look like the asshole in the long run. So it's just, I guess it's part of me taking a chance too. I don't necessarily want to book a bunch of newcomers against big names, but I don't want to, I'm always open to take chances and do new business and shit and try to make shit happen. Just dope matches. I just want dope matches overall, And sometimes you just need to put that hungry person versus somebody that's not as hungry anymore just to kind of whip them into shape. I felt like for Philly Swain, too. Like, Philly Swain and KG is a really dope match to me personally. And I talked to Philly on the phone, and he's like, at first he said, nah, I don't want to do it. That's why it kind of took so long for the 3rd announcement before we dropped the full trailer because Philly was kind of like, I don't know if I want to battle. I'm not really, I had a good thing out in Don't Fly, but I'm still kind of not interested. Then he just called me and told me, you know what, bro? I'm ready, man. I'm like mad hungry. I'm not going to come and freestyle. I'm coming there writing. I'm ready to go, bro. Like, I'm ready, bro. Just get me out there, have some weed ready, and I'm ready, bro. And I'm like, cool, fuck. If you sound this inspired, and we know KG is going to come and rap. We already know. So if they both come properly prepared, we're talking about a potential really big classic match. To me personally, that's a classic for me because I know that KG has put a lot of work in just overall, you know. It's a dope thing to me, man.
It sounds like the good thing is it sounds like you definitely have your shit together and you're not trying to move too fast, which I think we see a lot with certain battle leagues and just certain organizations, whether it's in any sport. So that's always good. I was going to say if the Louisiana event, I believe I'd be down there actually late March, early April. So if it was then I would have been out to catch that, but I think it's the week before I'm going to go down there. So I'm actually sad that I'm going to miss that out. Somebody hold a battle event during WrestleMania weekend. There's a bunch of traffic through Louisiana at that time.
Oh, really? I know that. I know that South by Southwest is like right around the corner, and we were going to try to do something there, but the homie Spy is doing an event there too. So I kind of don't want to counter. I don't want to really clash with their event at the same event at the same. You know, it's just like, yo, let's not even fuck around with it. Let's just do it. Let's do it a week or two before, and just start promoting on it. You know what I mean? And I got a bunch of random, like I said, tryout people that have just been contacting me like crazy just to try to, hey, bro, I really want to come through and try and do a match, you know. And we're going to try to stick as many people in there as possibly we can the first time, but we're going to keep it to the limit that we're comfortable with. And then maybe the next time or before the next event, I'll have my boy, hey, bro, do a tryout event or, you know, an event with a bunch of newcomers. Not necessarily, because I don't think people should have to necessarily try out for my league. So, I mean, just if you guys feel like doing something, you know, let's do something. Let's set up some guys that we don't know, if, you know, if they're going to be good or not. Because I hate flying people out or having people be at an event that are big names when you got, like, you know, like I know this event's coming up here in Cali, and it's going to be sold out. Both days are going to be, even though day one has a lot of newcomers, it has a QP battle and a few other ones on it. I know that it's going to sell out that day, and I know day two is. And when you got a guy up there that's just fucking up in front of everybody, just shit in the bed, and you got, you know, 300-400 people in the packed inside a venue, you're like, look, I just made myself look like a dick even more for booking this guy when I should have just said, you know what, bro, wait till the next event, you know, wait till the next one.
Word.
I see someone said I'm battling daylight. I'm not battling daylight.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Look, I'm looking through here just to make sure.
Any concern with daylight in Louisiana? Anything that he might pull?
No, I mean, I don't know. If he does some sort of antic, I don't care personally. But I know that the guy he is battling, he knows like on a personal level. So I know that they've talked about battling before. So it's something that it makes sense to him. When I talked to him about it, it made sense to him. You know what I mean? So it's more or less just something that I think is worth it. You know, if he does pull an antic, then he does. You know, then 1,000 more people will probably watch it and subscribe to my channel just to see the craziness. But if he doesn't and he battles, then everybody will still be happy because, you know, if he does decide to do bars, then he has bars. He does do good. You know, it just depends on daylight, whatever he's in. But I don't have like no set thing like, hey bro, don't do any antics at this event, please, you know, or anything like that. If he wants to do antics, because Daylight's a grown man, he picks what he wants to do. So if somebody keeps posting that fucking old ass picture from when I was like 16 in the forum. That's just so funny, dog. Oh shit.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Old ass picture right there. Look at that, I look bummy.
You have a lip ring. I don't condone that.
Nobody did. Nobody did. I don't support my life when I was 16, doggy. No, I don't.
All right. I didn't notice that if you had it in the QP battle, so I'm pretty sure you.
I haven't had that shit for like since like probably. I think I stopped having it in like '07 or '05 or '06. I mean, yeah, sometime around then. It was a while back. I had it in.
We all make mistakes when we're 16.
Yeah, we all make hell of mistakes, right? Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Third, I mean, if you got, I don't know, I don't think we have anything else here. So if you want to go ahead and just plug everything, you're more than welcome to continue to chat with us. We're just gonna talk about Blackout 4 and a couple other battles, but I want to make sure you go ahead and get your plugs and anything. Now that we finally moved to an hour and a half, I don't have to keep cutting off guests before we're actually finished with everything. So that's nice. But go ahead and plug everything you got to plug, man.
All right, appreciate it, man. Make sure follow me on Twitter at Absyrd, ABSYRD. Fucking go to that's on all the outlets, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, fucking all that bullshit. Make sure to check out assaultandbattling.com. We got the t-shirts up. We got the pre-sale for Central Cali Clash 5, Philly Swain, KG, QP, and Juice from A-Hat, who's battling UW and all that shit. Reversed and Remedy. Just a grip of really dope matches that night. Check that out, assaultandbattling.com. Subscribe, youtube.com/Absyrd. I mean, that's it, really. I mean, fuck with us. If you guys get a chance, subscribe and just support the movement. I appreciate anybody that's reached out and said, hey, yo, you know, that's dope, or this is a good event, it's a great battle. You know, because some people have generally on the forum, so I appreciate any and all love on any accounts for that, for this battle shit. I'm going to keep it moving, you know, so I appreciate y'all having me on this. And, you know, anytime anybody else wants to do an interview, holler at me, and we'll make it happen. And shout-outs to my 2006 slip ring. We out here.
I believe the pay-per-view is, what, $10? So, you know, $10 for some really good two-day battles. And it's just a great week of battling between that event and Blackout and the UW event. So, yeah, support Absyrd, support Assault Battling, support Battle Rap. Spend $10 on the pay-per-view, everybody.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, I appreciate y'all letting me be on this and shit. I haven't got a chance to really touch bases with the Battle Rap community or anything, so it's always dope to be able to just bullshit and chop it up. I totally support you know, all these Battle Rap shows and stuff like that. I actually thought about doing something like this, but nobody would ever listen, so I'm gonna just stay fucking with everybody else's Battle Rap shows and supporting. You know, I know you're like, damn, Ab, why are you degrading yourself there, bro? But you know, it's all important, man. I have a really good fucking sense of humor in this shit, and I know that I'm not the most liked person, but I can definitely clear up any questions anybody has at any point. So, you know, fuck with the ustream.tv/assaultandbattling. Grab them pay-per-view tickets. 2 days, 8-man B battle is going to be on there. We're going to show a bunch of interviews and random stuff. Fast Sean, Planet Asia, the whole Gold Chain militia is going to be in the house. Like a grip of people that support me and the movement. So you already know it's all West at the end of the day. And I'm a fat piece of shit. Let's go.
We definitely appreciate you coming on, and I mean, this is pretty much late notice as well, so, you know, even more appreciation. And you're sick, battling through the cold. I still think it's a hangover, but we appreciate you coming on the short notice and everything. And I think you mentioned at the top how when you make a thread, you get a lot of love, and how a lot of people seem to hate you. Based on what I've read in the thread, it seems like you've won a lot of people over from this interview, and you're more than welcome to come on here anytime you want. If you said no one would listen to you do a show, then I'm not sure if we want to have you back, because then maybe no one will listen to us interview you. But that's
no, right? I know. You're like, damn, Absyrd. You're kind of changing my mind there, dog. Just click off the phone, bro. Just click off the phone, bro. But no, I think it'll be good, man. And I don't want to overtalk y'all, so I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to building with y'all more.
Hell yeah, dude. Anytime back, man.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it. Again, check out assaultandbattling.com. Follow Absyrd on Twitter @Absyrd, YouTube/Absyrd. So, yeah, dude, we really appreciate it, and you know, feel better. Hope you get better before this weekend. Go out, have a good time.
I smoke 50
Keep the lip ringing up.
Oh yeah, I'm a fucking burn the lip ring. No worries.
There you go. All right.
All
All right, we
y'all,
appreciate it.
Your night, Blue. I'm gonna go smoke 50 blunts.